grumpy boy?
No.
So, hello and welcome again to River Valley Farm. As I said in yesterday's video, we got a little problem with this thing. Again, it's a repeat issue. That thing, this water outlet as it is called, is leaking. Again, this will be the third water outlet that I've had to put on it. And as you might imagine, it's getting old. But anyway, we're going to talk about this a little bit. So, they make a billet aluminum one that fits a Super Duty 7.3. Okay. It's about, I don't know, maybe that tall. And of course, this configuration is different on the Super Duty 7.3. The alternators are over here. The AC compressor's over there. Does not have this vacuum pump. That thing right there does not have that, which allows everything to kind of shift over and be a lot nicer to deal with. So, being as, well, let's see. This is the second time this year I've had to replace this part. And I mean, I've put 4,000 or 5,000 miles on the trucks in the meantime, so that's not really good. It's not really bad, but it's definitely not good. So anyway, first things first, got to drain some coolant out. This thing's actually not leaking near as bad as what it was, but anyway, we got to drain some coolant out because I am not screwing with it anymore. So what's that? That's not the right thing. That's another part of the project. I'm gonna try and get my blower motor working again. Trying to open boxes is not really fun. Anyway, there, sit and look at that beauteous beast, I guess you could say. So anyway, this Gizmo Gadgetron thingy right here sits on there like that. But anyway, I guess let me get this drained and we'll get that off, and then we'll show you the issues that we have and then what I'm going to do about this one to maybe make it not do that. Alright, so we're set up draining. I'm just going to run it, clean coolant back into the jugs here so I can reuse it. It's good coolant yet. Alright, so we drained about 2.5 gallons out. That should be plenty. I don't even remember what these things hold exactly, but a lot. So take this off. Anyway, if you can't figure out how to get a hose clamp with 3 bolts off, you probably shouldn't be watching me, I guess. So, alright, so we got it off of there. No big deal with that at all. So, yeah. There's where it goes. Here's the thermostat. The existing seal that I think is not quite the right one. Here is the new piece. Seal comes with it. If anybody out there needs one of these things, that's the Napa part number anyway, 6051716. Not supported by them, but I really like my local Napa. So anyway, thermostat, seal, new piece. You would think that would be pretty simple. But first we're going to explain why this one's not right. So let's see. That goes on there like that. So right here, this is not this. Well, let's see. Hopefully you can see that there's this little raised ring around here. That's what holds the seal tight. This one is not as, or it's not as high here as it is the rest of the way around, so it's not mashing my seal in right, and it's not holding it tight, so it's starting to leak. Now, another issue that I'm having with this thing, this is powder coated. Okay, that's, you know, that's the facts. It's powder coated, so that is it. But it's poorly powder coated, either that or there's things about powder coating that just don't hold up like they're advertised to. You can see those black spots in there. That should be blue as well as the rest of this thing. Got same thing over here on the other end. And this was all peeling off around the seal ring here as well, so that's why I went ahead and polished it off, and I got the thing to seal up and get me by for a few days. So that being said, now what are we gonna do? We're gonna grind the crummy no, hey, no.
Okay.
Now don't go there.
Oh. Where does it go?
It goes down in this hole over here, okay?
Oh.
But don't put it in there yet.
Oh.
Helps one thing. Being too much help is a problem. So anyway, we're going to take and grind this wire wheel. I should say wire wheel, not grind. Wire wheel this off so that it is bare metal, and start with that. And then you know, you can see where this is a rolled welded steel pipe. There's the welds right there. I wish they made a billet aluminum piece for these trucks. It would be very difficult to do, but I'm really thinking about doing this because it needs to be done. The original neck, water outlet, whatever you want to call it, that came on this truck had been on there for 20 years. And then, you know, being the good, wise, seasoned technician, mechanic, whatever you want to call me that I am, the water pump started leaking. So 4 years ago, I had to replace the water pump. And excuse me. And then subsequently, while I was there, I said, hey, let's replace this thing too. Good idea, right? And that one held up for 3.5 years, just about. But it started leaking. And so I pulled it off, and we had a real similar situation. I took it off, and it was in the summertime. Stop. Took it off, it was in the summertime, so I just filled the truck up with water, ran it, plain water, ran it, it leaked. I put in a new seal, ran it, it leaked. Tried siliconing it, ran it, it leaked. So, okay, we had to get a new one of these things. Put it on, now 9-10 months, 4,000 or 5,000 miles later, it's leaking again. I don't understand why this is being that way, but anyway. That's enough for right now, because we are going to take that and grind that off clean. Alright, so ground off all the old, or well, all the shiny new powder coat, because you know, that stuff's overrated apparently. So now, thermostat back in hole down there somewhere, if I can get my hand to cooperate, down there like that. And this is the new seal. Okay, but what did I do with the old seal? Or well, this isn't exactly the old seal either. But again, that doesn't seem like it's going to work. This is what they had the other day that I found that was close enough to work to the air seal that was in here with my thermostat. And this one, I don't know if that's going to work out or not. But anyway, we'll put it in and see what it looks like, I guess. Okay, come on, get down in there. Yes, Noisy?
I want to say hello.
Well, hello then. Okay. Now. So that looks pretty good down in there to me, really. It's not... It's down in there, let's say, anyway. The other one that they had... I don't know the part number on it, but the one that they showed as being the thermostat seal would not work. It was way too small. So being as they're my good local Napa here close by to me, they went back in the back and they dug around and they come up with that other thing that I was comparing to this. And it worked. So, or I should say, it was a far away closer match than what they were showing, than what they had listed as it. Anyway, so all that being said, I guess we are ready to drop the
Thermostat.
well, we've already put the thermostat in there.
What's this called then?
Water outlet.
The water outlet.
Yeah, or the thermostat neck. Okay, so now we're ready to drop this piece in. A slight word of advice when you get ready to do this: grab a bolt, put it in that hole, and then it goes in the back down there. And that is my only advice to you on how to do this. The rest of it is just basic left and right and fun stuff like that. Okay, so it's down in there, it's bolted in, and just for clarity's sake, when you put that, well, turn that dumb thing around so we don't have to look at that glare. So when you put that bolt in that back hole, I send my socket and extension down with it so I can turn it from up here and get it started. As I said, that's for clarity's sake. Next up, put the hose back on. And that's tight. So that is that. There we have it. It is back together. All we got to do is fill it up with water, fill it up with coolant, and test it. So here we go again. All right, so we are filled up washed everything off down in here with brake clean, so it's all clean and dry and whatnot. Good sign. Before, this thing would start to leak just slightly, enough that you could see it was wet just as soon as you filled it up. So we're going to go with that as being a win for the moment. Next up, start it up and see what happens. So hopefully the old bee will start up and run in here, and then I can hurry up and back it outside, because if I don't, it'll fume you out pretty quick. So we'll have another lesson on fixing that here one of these days. Bear with me while I get some junk off of here. This junk should probably stay though. I suppose that's a no, huh? So, Group 31 to the rescue again. See if it'll do any better this time. So yay, it started. See what I mean about the fumes? Like I said, we're gonna fix that. That ought to do.
Dad.
Let this thing chase off the mosquitoes. It hasn't froze yet, it's just been chilly. So anyway, all that being said, we're going to rebuild the injectors in that thing here, I don't know, December or so, because well, it needs it, right? So you can look forward to that. And I know I need batteries, but for a truck that I drive 2 days a week, having to jump start it when I want to drive it or put it on the charger the night before I plan on using it really ain't that big a deal. I had to jump it off tonight to get it inside here so we can work on it, and I'll probably end up having to leave it on a charger Friday night, so it'll be charged up and ready to go for Saturday morning. But it is what it is, right? As I said, we're going to rebuild the injectors on it. I've done, we'll put the little plugs in it at the same time. I'm going to do the rebuild kits because, well, I have time to do it, and you know, $160 to rebuild a set of stock injectors and $80 for a tool to clamp the injector in a vise so you can torque it all back together is way cheaper than $250 an injector, which is what it needs. It needs 8 injectors, and that's ugh. That's a lot of money. So, I guess let's check and see. Everything still looks clean and dry at the moment, so I guess I'll let it run and warm up, see what it does. Maybe I'll take it down the road and warm it up. That might be better. That'd be quicker. I think that's what I'll do. Alright, so we went down the road a few miles and came back, and it's dry under there right now. We are up to temperature. It's dry in there too. You might have to take my word for it, but it is. Coolant level went down a little bit because the thermostat opened up, so no big deal there. It's still in the range, so we're good on that. Guess that's pretty much it for that part anyway, and this video. Although we do have another round of things to do to it, because I have this gizmo in here. That thing. So anyway, squirrel fan for it, blower motor fan, whatever you're going to call it. Gonna have to do that because you know, I can live without air conditioning, but it's gonna get cold one of these days, and then I'm gonna need that defroster if nothing else. So back in the garage for tonight we go. It's supposed to pour down rain again tomorrow, and then be dry for the next several weeks. So this may be it, or be dry for the next several days after that. Not several weeks, but over a week. So this will be it for a little while. I'll be back on the harvest crew. So thanks for watching. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think, I guess. And we'll be back later.